What do you need to thrive at work and at home, and even actually in school? This is a fun question. It's actually something that's come up with a few of my clients this past week. And needs are interesting because needs change in the different seasons of life that we're in. So I'm in my 20s, and I'm just starting out my career. It's going to be very different than if I'm in my 40s and I'm married with kids. And so understand that needs will change in different seasons of your life, okay? So that's really an important piece to realize, that needs are going to evolve depending on what is expected from you. It's actually a really fun question. I actually encourage you, ask your family, what do you need to thrive? Ask your team at work, what do you need to thrive? A lot of people think, I don't really know. And I mean, that's part of the problem, is that a lot of us don't know. So how do we actually help people become more clear what they need to thrive? So one little secret with this is actually pay attention to when you've been frustrated. Because when we're frustrated, it's a sign that a need has not been met. Okay, so that's a nice little clue. And then look at the different parts of your life. If you're a student, look at your classroom. If you're in their career, have you started your career, think about what you need at work and also actually at home. So here are some examples, okay? So if you're a student, you might find that what you really need to thrive is you need to sit at the front of the classroom. Maybe you need to have access to your teacher at lunchtime or after school to ask questions. If you're at work with your career, you might find that you need weekly meetings with your manager or your supervisor, or you need regular feedback, or you need clear deadlines on with what is expected from you. What do you need at home for you to thrive? You know, this has been interesting for me because as my world has kind of gotten bigger, I find that my needs have really changed on the personal side. And so before, as an extrovert where I'd be like socializing all the time, I find because I'm giving to so many people, I find my personal time is almost smaller. I'm much more careful about who I spend time with, kind of who my social group or crew is. I want to be home, especially if I'm traveling all the time. I don't want to be traveling more on my personal time. So I find I'm becoming a little bit more of a homebody. I also find that I really need a clean house. I really need it. I mean, I've always liked it, but I really need it, especially as my world and my life has kind of gotten bigger. And so these are just a few different ideas and things to think about. What do you need to thrive? Okay, so really get clarity on that. So that's going to take a little bit of time and some reflection. And the last step is, once you know what you need to thrive, then communicate that to those around you. Don't expect them to figure it out. They're not mind readers. So communicate that to your family, communicate that to your teachers or to your team, and you can do it in a really lovely, great, gracious way. It doesn't have to be very bossy. Just say, you know, one of the things I've learned about myself that I really need, what I really appreciate would be ABC. And most people will be quite responsive to that. They'll actually thanks for letting me know. It's wonderful self-reflection. So lean into it. Lean into it. If you want to be a great leader at every stage of life that we're at, get clarity on what do I need at work, home, and school, and then have the courage to share that in a loving, respectful, assertive way to those around you.